Yo guys, what up? It's your boy Strat. And before I get into the video, I want you guys to check out my new sponsor. They are Perform Energy. And basically, they're pretty much like G Fuel, right? They make these drinks that basically give you energy for gaming and stuff like that. They're up and coming. They're not really big yet, but they're growing faster and faster every day. They always do giveaways on Twitch, like almost every day, like just like PayPal giveaways and shaker giveaways and all kinds of like cool shit. So I'll definitely encourage you guys to go check them out, and you can use my code strategy for 10% off of any purchase on their website. And I think they have a thing going on right now where you can get a free sample and all you do is pay for shipping. So yeah, definitely check that shit out. Use my link. But now that sellout shit is all over, I'm gonna get into my story. All right, so after having sex with like the fourth girl of my young life at the time, I decided to get an STD check. Like, not for any physical reasons, but mostly for like the emotional reassurance. But anyways, I called my neighbor across the street who's like 3 years older than me, basically like my big brother, and I told him that I made an appointment to get checked, and I asked him what it entailed. He said it wasn't too bad. They did a sample, swabbed his dick, checked his blood, etc., etc. So I felt pretty prepared going in there a few days later. So on my way to the clinic, I was feeling pretty nervous to ejaculate in a cup, but I reassured myself that it was going to be fine. So when I got there, an older lady called my name and handed me a clear cup and escorted me to the restroom and said, "Please go in here." And I was picturing more of like a comfortable room where I could do my private thing of choking my chicken, but I thought, fuck it, the bathroom was good enough. I remember looking around for like some sort of like pornographic material because my neighbor said they'd prepare me with some, but there was nothing. So I remember thinking like, what the fuck? This place expects us to use our imagination. So I was disappointed and whatever, but I was like, oh well, I've used my imagination before, so it's whatever. So I began, yes, masturbating over the sink. And I was picturing SSSniperWolf having sex with me because like I don't know, at the time, I think that day, like I saw a picture of her like in a bikini that was posted, and she looked so sexy. So like when I was here, it was just like the first thing that came to my mind, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't need to explain myself, like everyone knows that she's sexy. So anyways, I mean, it's SSSniperWolf, but yeah. So SSSniperWolf, if you're whenever you're single, just make sure you hit my line. Just hit, no, I'm playing, but I don't need to explain, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I remember rubbing one out pretty fast, like almost too fast. So I thought I'd wait in there like an additional, like 10 minutes or so, because I don't want this lady thinking I'm like some sort of a freak, you know what I mean? Like that was a quick, nut. But anyways, after waiting in there for what seemed like forever, like I finally handed my semen-filled cup back to the old lady nurse who acted impatient and upset that I took so long. And I was like it was just weird. Like she was acting like I took forever, and it was just weird. So anyways, I started following her down the hallway, and the woman set the cup on like this desk table thingy, like, and looked at it, and then she picked it up again and she like jiggled the cup a little bit, and then she stopped, and like I was holding my breath as I looked at her face, and I saw her face turn from confusion to like sheer horror. And she turns around and goes, "Sir, we only needed your urine." And I would never forget the feeling that I had at that moment. Like, my face got red. I felt immediately hot. My legs felt weak. Like, I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. Like, like there have been so many embarrassing moments in my life, but luckily I can think pretty quick on my feet, and I can dig myself out of most uncomfortable situations. Now in this moment, there was no shovel in sight for me to dig myself out of. Like, nothing to say, nothing to do, but just sit there looking terrified. Like, I just jizzed into a fucking urine sample cup. And now this poor elderly lady, who was probably months from retirement, was now horrified and confused as she was gripping a hot cup of my potential babies. Like, I'm guessing the clinic never prepared her for situations like this. Like, even if she would have made a joke to lighten up the mood, like, it would have been a little better. Like somehow, like, I don't know, ease some tension in the room. But like, instead, she just remained stoic. Like, dude, I felt so awkward and scared, bro. Like, like I literally felt like a fucking monster. Like, straight up like a fucking monster. Like, oh my god. But like, Okay, so after going back to pee, and a few tests later, I got the fuck out of there. Like, but like now these days, like reflecting on it and everything, I sort of think she deserved it. Like, not really deserved it, but like it was kind of her fault. Because honestly, I did assume that she wanted a sperm sample, but the woman never specified what she wanted. You know what I mean? Therefore, she assumed I knew too. And when two people are assuming, chances are that one of them is going to get a cup full of the other one's jizz. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. Like in life, if two people are assuming, someone's gonna get a cup full of jizz, bro. That's just how shit. But like, man, like I still cringe thinking about it, thinking about that day. But like sometimes when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I randomly think of that old lady's face as she realized she's holding a cup full of my hot semen soldiers, and I just bust out laughing. But yeah, basically that's the story. Yeah, not much more to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful story, and I definitely have some more stories, you know, to post later. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'm out. Peace.